The Federal Reserve appoints Fed Vice Chair and former Ripple advisor Michael S. Barr to lead a review of the oversight of the Silicon Valley Bank. Here we go, folks. Are you ready? You cannot make up a better timeline. Here we go. Former Ripple advisor, Federal Reserve Board here, announces that Vice Chair for Supervision Michael S. Barr is leading a review of the supervision and regulation of the Silicon Valley Bank in light of its failures. The Federal Reserve Board on Monday announced that Vice Chair for Supervision Michael S. Barr is leading a review of the supervision and regulation of Silicon Valley Bank in light of its failure. The review will be publicly released by May 1st. The events surrounding Silicon Valley Bank demand a thorough, transparent, and swift review by the Federal Reserve, said Chair Jerome Powell. We need to have humility and conduct a careful and thorough review of how we supervised and regulated this firm and what we should learn from this experience, said Vice Chair Barr. Okay, there you have it, folks. And we go to Ripple's website. Former Treasury official Michael S. Barr joins Ripple Labs. Team Ripple put this out July 29th, 2015. Now, before I get into that, just think about this, right? The guy who's now heading up the review of this, he's the head of supervision at the Federal Reserve, former Ripple Board of Advisors, okay? All the way back in 2015, he was in the organization of Ripple, all the way back in 2015. So it just always blows me away when you go back and you look at some of these guys who were at Ripple early on and now have left, now have moved on, now they're back to the Federal Reserve, right? Or as I'm about to show you, Rosa Rios leaving the Treasury, joining the board of directors at Ripple. It's just this back and forth, right? But how early this happened. 2015 is when Michael Barr was inside the organization of Ripple. 2016 was when Bank of America started working with Ripple, right? 2018 was when Bank of England started working with Ripple, right? So this goes back so far, but let's just look at this right here, put out by Ripple in 2015. Ripple Labs is pleased to announce that Michael S. Barr, a former U.S. Department of the Treasury official, has joined the advisory board. Barr, I'm not going to read his economic, and that's all good. That's all very good. Okay. He says this, I'm excited to be joining the advisory board of Ripple Labs, said Barr. Our global payment system is badly outdated. I think innovation in payments can help make the financial system safer, reduce cost, and improve access and efficiency for consumers and businesses alike. Isn't that interesting? The financial system can become safer, reduce cost, and improve access and efficiency for consumers and businesses alike. And now this is the guy that's overlooking the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. Prior to joining the Ripple Labs advisory board, Barr served the U.S. Department of Treasury as special advisor to President Clinton and as the U.S. Department of Treasury Assistant Secretary for Financial Institutions under President Obama. So he was part of both the Clinton and Obama administrations. And oh wait, there's more. As a key architect of the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act of 2010, Barr made significant changes to U.S. financial regulations to protect American taxpayers. Folks, he literally helped write the reforms from the last crisis. Makes a quick pit stop at Ripple for an advisor position before heading back on over to the Federal Reserve to overlook fixing the current crisis. As a company applying a new technology in an age-old, heavily regulated industry, Ripple Labs greatly benefits from the prodigious policy expertise of advisors like Barr. I am excited to welcome Michael to the Ripple Lab teams, said Ripple Lab CEO and co-founder Chris Larson. He has spent his entire career in pursuit of a more equitable and efficient financial system within government as an academic and with many of today's leading financial innovators. We will lean on his insights and expertise as we continue to build Ripple into a critical piece of the world's financial technology infrastructure. So right there you have it, but we're not done. You guys never will forget this one. 43rd Treasurer of the United States, appointed by Ripple to the board of directors. This isn't just an advisor position like Michael Barr, right? This is the actual board of directors, along with Christina Campbell as the CFO. This was in 2021. Today, Ripple is excited to announce two new appointments to its leadership team. Rosie I'm not going to try to pronounce that middle name right there. Rios, the 43rd Treasurer of the United States, joins the Ripple Board of Directors, and Christina Campbell joins as Chief Financial Officer. Quote, these two exceptional leaders join Ripple at a pivotal time for the company, said Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple. Rosie's experience in the public and private sectors provide an invaluable perspective to Ripple, especially during this time as industry works to define crypto's future. As well, adding Christina's extensive knowledge and success building teams and processes at rapidly accelerating businesses was a no-brainer. We are extremely fortunate to have them on the team as we continue our rapid international growth and to champion for regulatory clarity in the United States. Rios brings 30 years of unparalleled experience and expertise in public policy and investment management to Ripple. Her career has focused on economic development, urban revitalization, and real estate finance. As the 43rd Treasurer of the United States, she oversaw all currency and coin production activities with almost 4,000 employees and an annual budget of $5 billion. She also initiated the efforts to place a portrait of a woman on U.S. currency and received the Hamilton Award, the U.S. Treasury's highest honor. Quote, I've dedicated my career to financial inclusion and empowerment, which requires bringing new and innovative solutions to staid processes. Ripple is one of the best examples of how to use cryptocurrency in a substantive and legitimate role to facilitate payments globally, said Rios. Blockchain and crypto will underpin our future global financial systems. Cryptocurrency is the what. Ripple is the how. How about that? How about that for a statement from your 43rd Treasurer of the United States as she joins this little tech startup out of San Francisco, playing little games out there in San Francisco with a little digital currency that might be a world reserve digital currency that might now be as liquid as a G10 currency and might be ready to solve a debt, currency, and liquidity crisis. Campbell will drive Ripple's financial strategy, accelerate growth, and deliver value to shareholders as business momentum continues to grow globally. Her strategic vision, combined with a focus on building fantastic teams and operational excellence, has resulted in significant successes for the businesses she's worked with throughout her career. Previously, she was CFO at PayNearMe, where both the business and team grew substantially under her leadership. Prior to Ripple, she held several roles at Green Dot, a now $2.5 billion public fintech company, including GM of Go Bank. Quote, cryptocurrency and blockchain technology allow us to rethink and improve the systems and infrastructure around how money moves. With this technology, we will make the global financial system accessible to all, said Campbell. Ripple is uniquely positioned to improve global payments in ways that have yet to be defined, and I'm excited to be a part of that solution. It's just very clear to me. Ripple, right here, is on the brink of getting clarity for XRP. Is the case going to continue on? Quite possible that the lawsuit does continue on, but I think that the judge is going to have to specifically point out particular investment contracts or deals that Ripple did, particular sales of XRP that could carry on in the case. But as far as secondary sales of XRP, I don't understand how there's any way where we don't get clarity from this hearing. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.